Wow.
Hello everyone, this is Jeff of Tau Fledermaus. Today we have some really interesting rounds sent to us by Nick Ross. Wait a minute, that's not a shotgun round, that's a 45-70. But Nick is pretty well known in the shotgun world because he's the guy that makes the 4-pin shot shell roll crimper. I've been using one for a couple of years and I get really good results with it. And you can find these by just Googling Reloaders Network roll crimper. Nick never asked me to promote his roll crimper, but I thought it was worth mentioning. We like testing weird rounds, and this is no exception. This 45-70 is loaded with two 215 grain bullets. The idea for this round actually comes from a book called 40 Years with the 45-70 by Paul Matthews. Instead of using one large bullet, we use two bullets and double the trauma, potentially. And just to give you a scale of the size of these bullets, it's about the same size as a 45 ACP round. And here's a comparison between our massive 45-70 round and a AA battery. That's a big, big round. Let's head out to the range and we'll test these out. This will be the first time these have ever been filmed with a high-speed camera, so it should be quite interesting.
Welcome back, Tau Flader folks. Jeff behind the camera and Officer Greg out here with you today with something completely different from what we normally shoot out here. Nick Ross in Tennessee has sent out these 45-70 rounds. Well, lo and behold, we just happen to have two 45-70 rifles to test out today. So we're going to run these 45-70s. These are double, what do you call these? Double trouble, double mint?
I like double trouble, but I think
double bubble.
Duplex rounds, it's two bullets in one?
That does mean two. Two's like almost 100% more than the original one. They have two 215 grain 45 caliber projectiles in here, stacked on top of each other. Jeff's going to show you on the tabletop. So we're going to try some solid tip ones and some hollow points and see what they do. Maybe they'll blow up the gun. I don't know. Maybe they'll blow up the shooter. We're going to try and send these downrange and see if the rounds will stack and fly together, or will they separate like some kind of a two-ball shotgun projectile. We don't really know. This is the Marlin 1895 SBL with Noah Count. He's a big fan of the show. He sent us this scope to mount on this rifle, and we very much appreciate that.
What a guy.
I know. That's Tony out in Colorado, Tony in Wyoming.
Oh, okay.
Sent that out to us. He's a big game hunter, knows all of that kind of shit. So let's go ahead and feed these rounds into this rifle. Brandon is waiting for us downrange with his super tight t-shirt. He's trying to be a millennial. So
let's start out with the solids. We only have 3 of the hollow points. So.
All right, solid it is. These are big, heavy rounds. Let's see what they do downrange. Biting flies landing on the blue tape.
Yep.
Recoil wasn't too bad.
Okay, good.
That was a double solid.
Yeah.
All right, both bullets left the barrel at the exact same speed, and we saw a little bit of a spread right before it hit the target, about a 1-inch spread. I got to say, it's really exciting to see for the first time what these bullets are actually doing with a high-speed camera.
So we got 2 projectiles. We were kind of wondering until we came down range. They impacted a little bit to the left. I held a little bit high because that rifle's dialed in for 100 yards. So I aimed up here. They hit about where we wanted to, but they're just a little bit left because it's California, right? So 2 nice round projectile holes. Let's do a little Tau Flader surgery on this vest and see if they made it through or if they stopped.
See them?
Nope.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we might have gone all the way through. Nope, they didn't go through.
Is there a hole in the shirt behind him?
There's a whole big cavity in his chest.
Turn it around. Nope, they didn't go through.
No. No, they didn't make it even through the vest.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Well, this is what the bullets look like. They penetrated several layers of Kevlar, then they mushroomed out. It makes it very difficult to remove them. You have to cut away the Kevlar, but that's what they look like.
All right, in the belly?
Yeah, giant gummy bear. And a lot of people don't understand that we actually have a backstop back there.
Yeah, it's a safety berm.
There is a berm
And
about 300 yards back, so it's actually safe. People criticize it. Never mind. Okay, I'm ready.
People criticize on YouTube, Jeff? All right, here we go in the belly. Wow.
Right into the backstop.
Yeah, I hit the safety berm.
Yeah.
We had about a 1-inch spread between the bullets in our first test. We moved this target back about 7 yards, and now we have about a 3-inch spread. You can really see those things really spreading out there. Now at this point, we're not really sure if the amount of spread is proportional to the distance or if they're more random. These are kind of an oddball round, and there's a lot of things going on here, and it's possible that we'll see different types of spread. We'll keep shooting at this same distance and see how things measure up.
All right, so I was holding right here between his two bear paws. The round spread a little bit further than last. But look, they hit nice little holes punched in there, and then you can see here 2 nice little exit wounds.
That's cool.
They plowed through there like little pencils. There you go. You can kind of see one from the side there. So we're getting a wider spread each and every time as we increase the distance. All right, on the R in Quikrete. And Quikrete. There we go.
Well, we do see a different type of spread this time. Instead of the bullets being vertical, they're spread to the side a little bit. But we also get an important clue about which bullet is which. I believe this is the front bullet. We can see that it's a little bit concave from smashing into the nose of the rear bullet. And the base of the rear bullet is still very flat. Now I imagine the nose of that rear bullet is also deformed quite a bit. So I really didn't expect that rear bullet with the deformities of the nose to be the more dominant, more accurate bullet between the two bullets.
So aiming for the R, one hit the R, one of them dumped low and right. But the energy was so heavy, it tore this bag out, hitting all that gravel. They, however, did not make it through the back. So they are somewhere down here in that pile of concrete.
Or is it cement? Quikrete.
Or is it cement? Or
Concrete?
Quikrete. Or is it a dessert topping? Oh,
Oh, it was like flat.
just a big bloop.
Now at this distance we're able to get the spread of the bullets, but it was also close enough that we were able to hit a target the size of a paint can with both bullets still. And of course there was a little bit of luck involved there too. So we didn't get our cool paint can explosion, but it still looks pretty cool in slow motion.
I was expecting a big explosion, but apparently the can was flat.
It was a little flaccid. And here's what's cool. We're gonna send out this Halloween-themed Taoflater mouse toilet paper, Taoflater paper, to one lucky viewer.
Oh, nice.
Hey, giant computer hard drive. Still using the solid tip, right?
Yeah, solid tips.
Okay, I'm ready.
That's something.
Now once again we see one bullet with a concave base, the bottom one, which is the front bullet of course, and once again we see that that rear bullet is the more accurate round for whatever reason. This is kind of strange because it was the exact opposite of what we thought was actually going on. We also see a little less spread at this distance, so the amount of spread really isn't that proportional. There is some variations.
So we punched one, I was aiming right here for this little circle. We punched one here into the discs, and there's a little bit, if you want to zoom in there, there's a little bit of blue lead shard right there, so it kind of shaved that round into pieces on its way in. The lower one hit the lightweight part of the hard drive, made a nice clean bullet hole, and pooped it right out the back.
Very nice.
So you can see all the information too that leaked out of there from this hard drive.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa,
A lot of energy there.
something knocked his glasses off.
Yeah.
One thing we learned here is that you never want to get shot in the head, even if you're wearing a bullet-resistant or bulletproof helmet, especially from a 45-70.
I was thinking it was these two, but I think it's these two, right?
It's these two. This whole area right in here was clean before I shot. Those are definitely the two rounds. You can tell they're even the same size. And then inside, look at the bulging in there.
Oh, man.
And I believe one of them exited out this little hole right here. That one went through.
Wow.
Wow. That one went through.
Wow.
Wow.
Now these are the hollow point versions of the bullets that Greg talked about near the beginning of the video. And for whatever reason, the spread on these were very minimal. They almost went through the same hole. Now we intended to capture these in our Kevlar panel, but we just could not recover them. But we had a tremendous amount of energy dump in that water. Luckily, Nick did send me a photo of one of his hollow points after he shot it through 4 water jugs. So that's probably what ours looked like.
40 yards.
40 yards, lasered out.
Lasered. Okay, I'm ready.
Let's see, we've got one at 9 o'clock. Here we go.
At 40 yards, we had some funky things going on here. The one bullet looks like it ran out of gas, while the other one had a lot more energy. Now we know these bullets are leaving the barrel at the exact same speed, and they seem to impact the targets at 25 yards at the same exact time. So it seems to me that one bullet is more aerodynamically efficient than the other, and that could be from the deformation of the bullet.
Aiming here, one of them you said hit the dirt in front of the target.
Yeah, it just seemed to lose a lot of speed, and it just dropped to the ground.
The other one punched in over here at 9 o'clock, but definitely a wide spread. All right, we're gonna shoot this giant block of clear ballistics gel, 4570 double rounds, 2 hollow points. Bloop. We got steel.
Here comes our double hollow point round, and they almost go through the same hole. There is a little bit of spread and a lot of debris coming out the end there. Now this huge block of gel measures 10 inches by 10 inches by 20 inches. Now Greg and I were debating on how much this block weighed. He said it was 50 pounds, and I said it was more than that. And I had to look it up, and this block weighs 70 pounds. And thank you, Clear Ballistics, for sending us this block. Our viewers definitely appreciate it.
Well, 4570 from a rather close distance, we have, I'm not even going to try and lift this block, it's about 800 pounds.
It's so heavy.
But we have one entry hole over here. Jeff will pan around a little bit later and show you. One entry hole in what looks like one wound track. So we're unsure if both rounds tracked right behind each other.
I think they did.
They must have, because there's no way they separated that far to where they're completely off the gel block. And then of course we got a steel over here that's got pock marks all over it, so we don't even know if it made 2 holes or not.
Because we didn't do that great at 40 yards.
Yeah, based on the spread, it's not one of those things I would try and trust. If a bear was coming at me, I'd want one projectile. I'd want a sighted-in rifle and know that I could hit that guy a time or two. We thank you guys for stopping by. We thank Tony out in Wyoming for sending the cool scope. And tell us what you think in the comment section. Give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah. And remember, watch out for the scammers who's trying to impersonate us with those phony, you won, you're on the short list, or whatever.
If anybody ever gives you a comment in the comment section and replies to your comment and says that you should call this phone number, it's not either one of us. That guy doesn't even own a phone.
Right.
I'm not about to call you. I'm kind of antisocial. So, yeah, it's not us. You didn't win shit. All right. We thank you guys for stopping by, and we will see you on the next video.
Thanks again, Nick. We'll try to get those cases back to you.
Yeah. Nick, I'm going to mail them out to you, Nick.